Scene script. Have you ever wondered how wars are fought beyond the battlefield? How the invisible battles of espionage and intelligence affect the outcomes of conflicts? Delve with us into the shadowy realm of unseen warfare, where intelligence gathering and espionage play pivotal roles. A recent incident perfectly illustrates this clandestine struggle. A Ukrainian lawmaker's aide was accused of being a Russian spy, allegedly selling secrets for a monthly stipend ranging from $1,500 to $4,000. Recruited during a trip to Moscow, he was reportedly in the employ of the Federal Security Service of Russia, transmitting information through encrypted electronic channels. This is not a tale spun from the pages of a spy novel, but a stark reality of modern warfare. Espionage, once the stuff of fiction, is now a crucial component of conflict, shaping battles and, in some cases, determining their outcomes. The importance of intelligence in warfare cannot be overstated. It's about understanding the enemy, their strategies, strengths and weaknesses. It's about gaining the upper hand, predicting moves and countering them effectively. In the high-stakes game of war, knowledge is power, and intelligence is the key to that power. The Ukrainian aide's arrest underscores the grave implications of espionage. Accused of treason, he faces a potential life sentence. This incident reveals the undercurrents of the ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia, a war not just fought on the battleground, but also in the corridors of power and the shadowy recesses of the intelligence world. As we delve into the war between Ukraine and Russia, remember there's more than meets the eye. The battlefield you see is but a fraction of the struggle. Beneath the surface, an unseen war rages on, a war of secrets, spies, and subterfuge. A war where information is as lethal as any weapon. A war that could shape the course of history. So, as we delve into the war between Ukraine and Russia, remember there's more than meets the eye. To understand the complexities of the Ukraine-Russia conflict, let's trace back to its origins. Our journey begins in the year 2014, a time marked by the annexation of Crimea. This bold move by Russia, widely condemned by the international community, was the spark that lit the fuse of the conflict. Following this, the focus shifted towards eastern Ukraine, particularly the Donbas region. Here, pro-Russian separatists, driven by the desire for autonomy, declared independence, leading to the establishment of the self-proclaimed Donetsk and Luhansk People's Republics. This was a pivotal turning point, marking the start of a war that still rages today. The year 2015 saw the signing of the Minsk II agreement, a glimmer of hope in a sea of conflict. This peace agreement, brokered by France and Germany, aimed to halt the war and restore territorial integrity to Ukraine. However, the ceasefire was short-lived and violations were reported on both sides. Fast forward to 2018, the Kerch Strait incident escalates tensions further. Russian forces seized 3 Ukrainian naval vessels and their crews, claiming they had violated Russian territorial waters. This event marked a significant escalation, turning a largely land-based conflict into a maritime one. And now we find ourselves in the present day. The war continues to smolder in the Donbas region, with sporadic outbreaks of violence marring any attempts at peace. Yet beneath the surface, a different kind of war is being waged. One of intelligence and subterfuge, where secrets change hands for a price. This timeline gives us a glimpse of the surface of the conflict, but what about the undercurrents? In the shadows of this conflict, a silent war of espionage and intelligence is being waged. While the world's eyes are tuned into the visible conflict, the invisible battles of espionage are being fought in the dimly lit corners of the war. These clandestine operations are as critical, if not more so, than the tanks and troops on the battleground. Take, for instance, the curious case of a Ukrainian lawmaker's aide. This seemingly ordinary individual was accused of being a Russian spy, allegedly passing on intelligence for monthly payments ranging between $1,500 and $4,000. This man, who was recruited during a trip to Moscow, reported directly to the Federal Security Service of Russia, transmitting information through encrypted electronic communication channels. The essence of espionage is exemplified in this tale, where ordinary faces hide extraordinary secrets. The role of intelligence gathering in this war cannot be overstated. It's a game of cat and mouse, where each side attempts to outwit the other, gathering crucial information while safeguarding their own secrets. Such intelligence can dictate military strategies, reveal enemy plans, and even predict future moves. It is in many ways the very lifeblood of warfare. Counterintelligence, on the other hand, is the shield to the sword of espionage. It involves detecting and neutralizing foreign intelligence activities. In the case of the accused aide, the Ukrainian security service managed to unmask his clandestine operations, potentially disrupting a critical information flow to the enemy. This incident also highlights the severe consequences of espionage. The man now stands accused of treason, a charge that carries a maximum punishment of life imprisonment. This underscores the high-stakes nature of this silent war. In the grand chessboard of war, espionage and counterintelligence are the unseen moves that can checkmate an enemy. They are the hidden threads that weave the fabric of conflict, shaping its course and potentially its outcome. As we see, the silent war of secrets and spies can be just as decisive as the battles fought on the ground. So, what does this all mean for the future of Ukraine and Russia? As we delve into the aftermath of this conflict, it's clear that the impacts are far-reaching, not just in the political landscape of these two nations, but in the lives of their people. The war has left its mark on the geopolitical stage. Ukraine, caught between the East and the West, has been shaped by the conflict, its future intertwined with the political machinations of larger powers. The war has, in many ways, solidified Ukraine's turn towards the West, fueling sentiments of nationalism and a desire for independence from Russian influence. But what about Russia? While the conflict has bolstered some nationalist sentiments, it has also led to international isolation. The sanctions imposed by Western nations have hit the Russian economy hard, and the long-term effects are yet to be seen. In the midst of these geopolitical shifts, we must not forget the human cost. The people of Ukraine have borne the brunt of this conflict. Lives have been lost, homes destroyed, and communities shattered. The psychological scars of war run deep, and recovery is a slow process. And then there's the silent war, the war of secrets and spies. The impact of espionage on this conflict is difficult to quantify, but it's clear that intelligence operations have played a crucial role. The revelation of a Ukrainian lawmaker's aide as a Russian spy speaks volumes about the covert operations at play. It's a stark reminder that in modern warfare, battles aren't just fought on the ground. Information is power, and in this conflict, it's been wielded with deadly precision. The aftermath of this war presents a complex picture. It's a tapestry of political maneuvering, human resilience, and covert operations. It's a story of a nation caught in a power struggle, of people caught in the crossfire, and of secrets that can tip the scales of war. As we reflect on the Ukraine-Russia conflict, we see a war fought not just with guns and tanks, but with secrets and spies.